Hello everybody, it's Donna here from Embrace the Moon Tarot, and I am just going to make this a very quick intro and say that I'm really sorry that I haven't been doing the Tarotscopes lately, but all the feelings and the energy that has been available, I've been feeling all of them. Or at least I feel like I have been. So I've been kind of making myself a little bit of a hermit, but let's see if I can get back into the swing of these and start with February's reading. So let's begin. Hello Leos, and welcome to your February 2018 reading. And this month I am just focusing on the four corners of our world, which is mind, body, heart, and soul. And obviously I've already pulled the cards, but as I was shuffling, the cards kind of went all over the place. And as I was picking them back up and I was trying to put them all back together, immediately I just felt this and saw this impression of a lion just getting up and roaring. And so that's a bit of what the energy I was kind of getting from this. And it just made me think about how, lions, when they are satisfied, they have a tendency to rest. I mean, when they play hard. When they hunt hard. And when they rest with equal amount of energy and attention to detail. And so I just feel that wherever you're coming from, whatever you had been focusing on as you are entering the month of February, something has disturbed what you were doing and you are getting up and you are roaring as a result of it. So whatever's going on, if it hasn't happened yet, something's going to make you just decide to get up, and you're going to be almost equally as angry of having to get up and remove yourself from what you were doing as you are going to be to tackle whatever it is that you feel that you have to rise and tackle. And this, I feel, is reflective in the mental card for the mind. We have the Hermit. And so I feel that a lot of what I was connecting was that state of rest. So before this occurs, and like I said, end of January, beginning of February, there's going to be this state of rest. And like I said, you work hard, you play hard, you rest hard. And so as a result of that, you'll be in the prime sweet spot of rest. There's some things that have been completed, tasks that have been done. There hasn't been anything that you felt you had to tackle, and so you had gotten to a point where you thought, oh, finally I could rest. And so whatever it is that's going to pull you out of that is going to have you roaring like a lion. But as a result of it too, there's going to be not only angry and roaring at the situation that you're going to have to deal with, but also there's going to be this trace of being slightly frustrated and possibly just irritated, because all you've really wanted to do was rest. Like I said, there were things that you have completed and you were just at that point where you should have been allotted time to rest and relax. That's what you were focusing on, and that's what you're going to be focusing on through February. Even though you're not going to be, you're going to be focusing on how much you wish you were being a hermit, because as I said, you completed some stuff. This was your downtime, and whatever this is that occurs has interrupted that. And this is reminiscent in the physical. So physical can run the gamut from actual financial to career to what's within our physical realm. And I feel that this is just within our physical realm. What makes up our world, be it the people in our world, the people in our community, family, friends, community, people within our neighborhood, people within our church community, people within the work community, whatever the case may be. The Five of Wands sits in that position. So there's an element that makes up your world where chaos is going to ensue. And this is somewhere in the beginning of February. And I feel that this is what's going to have you rising from your rest that you were partaking in, and is going to have you roaring like a lion, because this is not what you wanted to have to deal with. You, for the most part, I feel like this isn't even your baggage. This shouldn't even be your battle. But because of everything else that is occurring in result of this, whether there be downfall as a result of it or other people who are going to be impacted as a result of this chaos, that's what's going to have you rising. So it's not something to you specifically, but because of something or someone who's involved in this chaos, you don't feel like you want to sit back. You feel like you're going to have to rise and help out in the situation. So somewhere in the beginning of February, there's just going to be this rise of energy that's going to make you feel like you have to leave your hermit stage and you're going to have to tackle this and help out in any way you can. It feels fairly swift. It's going to, it feels very much like it's going to kind of blow in like a storm and blow back out again, but it doesn't matter. Your rest was disturbed. So you're going to be irritated that your rest is disturbed. You're going to be irritated that you can't get back to it immediately while it's occurring. And I feel that you're going to have a little bit of a time where even when it's taken care of and you can get back to resting hard, it's not going to be an easy transition because you're going to have to kind of diffuse that fire that got stirred up before you can finally get back into hermit mode. But yeah, you've got a little bit of something that's going to be occurring in the beginning of the month. And it feels for some of you as though whatever it is, it's going to be, and this is what's going to have you rising from your state of rest. It's going to be someone that you love and feel protected over. This is an emotional, the heart status. We have the Queen of Cups. And so it's someone, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a woman, but it's someone that you perceive that you want to care for. Someone that has always been there for caring for others and has provided nurturing and caring and loving for others. And as a result of what they give, you try to give to them to fill their cup up, because you know that they constantly empty their cup of love for others. And so it's someone you feel fairly protected of, and it's someone that you also try to nurture because of the amount of nurturing and love that they give. And whatever this is that involves a good deal of you, it involves this person that you feel, just like I said, a measure of protection over, because they're just so giving, they're so loving, and they're so nurturing, and you just feel like you have to protect them so that they don't deplete their reserves. And this is why you're going to be gunning up and removing yourself from that state of rest and joining in the chaos, even though it's not actually your battle, because you just want to be there for this particular person. You want to provide the support system that they need. You want to make sure that their cup's not broken so that you can fill it for them before you can get back to their state of rest, so that they can continue being everything that they always are. There's just a lot of love for this person, and that's why it's going to be impacting you in this way. As a result of what this is all going on spiritually, you're going to be tapping into a side of yourself on that whole kind of the new age concept of love and light, which it's such a coined turn of phrase sometimes that I feel like it doesn't have the depth that it used to have. But be that as it may, that concept of how we are connected to each other spiritually, and how that spirituality is connected to the purity of love, there's going to be a sense of new understanding as a result. Not just, it feels twofold. And again, this is going to be like a spiritual awakening on some level, but it's going to be a better understanding of why this person does what they do, and why they do it wholeheartedly, and why they do it without ever questioning how much they give, and understanding also how depleted they get as a result of constantly giving and not always taking care of themselves. There's going to be a newfound inspiring sense of love and admiration for this person on a spiritual level as a result of everything that occurs this month. But on top of that too, there's going to be a personal discovery of yourself regarding love and light and giving and providing and protecting. That's going to have you pondering some things about your perception. It's not like you're going to go through a huge awakening and you're going to change who you are and what have you. You'll still keep who you are, but you're going to have a new way of looking at your perception of love and what love means to you, and how much you like this new definition that you'll discover during this process. So hopefully that makes sense to you. But yeah, this is all very kind of, the month is all very wrapped up in whatever this chaos is that's going to have you coming out of your moment of relaxation like a roaring lion. So I went ahead and pulled a card that kind of wraps everything up and summarizes everything and kind of gives you a little bit of something to carry with you. And I got the cord connected, and I just feel that this is really tying in that whole concept of how all of this that is going to occur is really going to have you creating a spiritual connection. And like I said, it's not going to be one of those, now you're going to just change everything about yourself sort of awakening or connection, as much as you're just going to have this moment of pondering and really considering how you define love and what it means to you and what that definition of love means to you. And so there's just going to be connections. There's going to be connections on people that you thought you knew and don't know as well as you thought that you did. That's going to be slightly irritating. A connection to this person that you feel a lot of love and protection over. Connection to yourself that you'll be able to tap into once this all dust settles and you can get back into resting hard and connecting with self on that level. And then just where it's going to lead you. And again, the coin of phrase, love and light, comes to mind. And I just feel like that's going to have you tapping into that on a level that's just deeper than how that phrase has been kind of thrown around. And I feel, like I said, doesn't have the depth that it used to. But in this moment, I feel that you're going to experience that concept of love and light at a depth that whenever that person decided to start using that phrase, meant it to be. All right, Leos, that is all I have for you. I hope you do feel connected with yourself, with this person that you love, with yourself on a spiritual level. I hope it is a great February, and I hope I see you in the next month.